going back to the social media aspect, everybody sees everybody from, rappers like Lil Baby, that's my nigga, Da Baby, Gunna, Thugger, Future, Drake, whoever else, Nicki, Cardi, all them hoes. You know what I mean? Everybody see the jewelry, the money, the bags, the cars, the big house, the big life. A lot of times, yes, that is great. And that is definitely what's promoted. And that's, everybody wants to look and be like that. Everybody wants to be like that. And I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people, and definitely a lot of our youth, they see, oh, this is good. This is a good life. What do I have to do to get there? What do I have to get into to get what they have? What can I obtain to be able to pay for this? Where is the stream of income, or how can I get to the stream of income to get to where they are? Because it's portrayed as, oh, this is a good life. They look like they're easy, free living and everything else like that. Although some of them, a lot of them are low-key unhappy, but that's another conversation for another day. But it just seems like it's more enticing, or they're trying to entice the dangerous and illegal life. And not saying, because everybody knows when a lot of rappers publicly, of course, they rap, they got they have their career, they have their endorsements and everything else like that. That's where the money's coming at. And then a lot of rappers, I don't want nobody to shoot me, but a lot of rappers, a lot of motherfuckers do sell drugs. They have low-key drug rings on the side, which is promoted in music and promoted online. Not necessarily, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, they selling the Nicki pack on 63rd Street. Like, nah. No, but I'm saying, just in music and everything else like that. So when you hear it and you're seeing it and you're consuming it in your brain, subconsciously you're going to already think, damn, this is what the fuck I need to do in order to live like that. Or this is what I need to do to, make it out the situation that I'm in. And it's like, that's not necessarily the case. So I really do feel like a lot of people really should not necessarily chill, because that's still going to bop the music. And I'm definitely going to be grabbing the ass that's going to be shaking to the music. But that's besides the point too. That's my adult life. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about yours. I think a lot of the times, being that it's enticing and everything else like that, with the danger, everybody likes spontaneity. So everybody, how they got how they say the good girl always go for the bad boy, yada yada you, vice versa, bang bang bang. It's like, is that what we're doing in life nowadays? It's like, damn, what happened to? And I'm not a 9-to-5er supporter, although I work semi 9-to-5-ish. But I'm not, just because I do it right now don't mean I want to fucking do this shit. And that's the same thing with people that's doing illegal shit. Just because they're doing it right now don't mean they want to do it. But a lot of people don't think about getting out of it. Once again, there's nothing wrong with legal living. There's nothing wrong with business living. There's nothing wrong with actually doing the right thing, quote unquote, in life, by law, or whatever the case may be, in order to get it. Now, sometimes I do know it takes longer. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. It takes a little bit longer. Excuse me. It takes a little bit longer to obtain sometimes, especially when you have to get it out the mud. But at the very end of the day, that payoff for the most part, and not to say all business owners and everything else like that aren't faulty and aren't doing illegal shit, because a wise man once said, what good, successful, powerful business doesn't have some schemes, some lying, and some backbiting into it? I don't support the backbiting, but that's what he said. But I'm saying, not to say that that doesn't have it in there, but you don't always have to follow that route either. But back to saying, who's saying that that's not a good solution? Who's saying that that is not where a lot of people should be by law? At least so you don't have to risk your freedom. At least so you don't have to risk, your your livelihood and your life over, Tyrone down the street trying to fucking shoot you in the neck because you got, the brick that he want that he can't get because he broke. Pseudo struggling. You know what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm coming from when I'm saying this? Quick money and easy money. Slinging, jugging, all of that. Scamming, stealing. Let me just tell you right now, I don't support stealing at all whatsoever. Whether it's creatively, whether it's monetarily, whether it's material things, I don't support that shit because that's some bum ass behavior, and that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But as enticing as it is, quote unquote, because, who doesn't like a little bit of rush and a little bit of thrill, a little bit of, life is all about good and bad. It's like what do they call it? The moral compass, or is it like the pendulum or some shit like that? It's all about the balance. With the evil comes the good. Well, with the good comes the evil, yada yada, all of that. But I would just prefer, for myself speaking, #Pt2 I would just prefer to not even have to do it. Now, I've had some shit, and I ain't never going to act like I ain't done some shit, because I've done some shit. But that's besides the point, too. I as a kid, and, being younger and everything else like that, it's just like, okay, cool, this is the thing to do right now to get what I want, in order to get out the situation that I'm in. Or to get something that is instantly gratifying. Which, okay, done that, got a sweatsuit. Thank God I didn't get, in trouble because I was a crafty one. I was smart about what I was doing. But that is not what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about y'all. So, I, after realizing, actually growing up and maturing, that realizing I had no fucking guidance and nobody to really getting my ass about what the fuck I was doing wrong. But then again, how can you get my ass about something you don't know? Slick as hen piss. Exactly. I'm not that way anymore. I'm reformed. I found Jesus. But it is enticing, and it is. I'm not gonna act like it's not like, oh shit, like I'm not having fun or wasn't having fun. But as a full or trying to at least be fully understood and a fully mature adult, it's like that's not the way to go. And I'm damn sure, thank God I didn't have that mentality of, oh, I'm going to continue to do this, because no. But I damn sure don't want to have to continue to do that to live the life that I want to live, because what am I going to leave for my kids? What am I going to have left? Well, no, I can't even really say what am I going to have left, because if you truly do it smart, you can really do some things. But that is besides the point. We're talking about legal shit. What can I legally document and leave behind for my kids and for my mark that I want to leave on the world if everything that I have to do has to be behind closed doors, as far as illegal working and illegal, money grabbing, pretty much. Where am I going? You know what I mean? Like, what is the end goal of it? And then also, too, it's the heightened risk of getting killed, getting ran down on, getting everything took from you, getting raided by the police, getting locked the fuck up for the rest of your life. Why would I want that for my family and my legacy and my name and what I wanted to do? And I really didn't want this episode to be this long, but we got some things to talk about. I wouldn't want that. You know what I mean? For myself. I wouldn't want that for my kids. I want to leave some substantial shit to where you can say, oh, wow, this is the family legacy. This is the family heirloom. This is the family business. This is what we have done. This is what my father has done in order to get me to where I am now. Or in order to protect me from having to go through extreme hardships. Because I do feel like everybody needs a little bit of struggle in their life. No, not struggle, but I do feel like you do need a little bit of challenging in order for A, character building, B, learning how to get a backbone, and then C, learning how to navigate through life, learn how to navigate through any random experience that's going to, come upon your life that you didn't ask for, that you knew that was coming. That's what I'm saying by that. I feel like what I'm doing, or what I'm at least trying to do, and what I'm going to do, manifestation, is break the generational curses that are upon my family, or upon my surroundings. I want to do things that my parents didn't do or couldn't do. My grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, well, shout out to Fanny Squad, Mom Lottie, gang, being the first, or one of the first black women to ever open up a restaurant in Delaware. Shout out to 90 Pods. No, it is not up anymore, but it was a great run. We ain't even gonna get into that. But I want to do things on a higher level. I want to do things on a bigger scale. I want to live. I don't want to have to survive. I'm gonna run that back. I want to live. I do not want to have to survive. And I feel like, although I have accomplished a lot of things at the age of 23, and a whole lot more that I could have done and that I want to do at the age of 23, but it ain't where I want to be yet. And I know I got a journey to go, and I have no problems with putting my foot to the ground and working for that shit, because that's what I do. That's what I've been taught. That's what I had to teach myself. And I feel like, granted, I'm not obsessed with the struggle, and by any means necessary. I would really rather not have to go through it. But you just got to deal with, or once again, reshuffle the cards that you were dealt and make lemons into fucking lemonade. Or in my case, because I like orange juice, make oranges into simply, what is that? Now, early bird is kind of cheap. But early bird lemonade do slap. Early bird orange juice do slap. It's one of my favorite ones. But that's besides the point. We want bougie, no carb, not low sugar, because ew. But them organic orange juice packages. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to live. I want to touch people in a consensual, emotional, life-changing way. Let's clear that the fuck up, because motherfuckers are. I want to leave a mark in the world. I want people to know who I am, and not necessarily know who I am trying to be famous, because I'm famous in my own damn mind, and I'm famous in my own damn life. That's besides the point. Famous in spirit, rich in spirit. Pre-rich is what I am right now, and I will be post-rich, while still being wealthy in life. Manifestation, once again, shout out shish kebab. But I want to do things on a grander scale. I want to be the first at a lot of different things in my family, which I am the first at a lot of different things in my family, but I want to do so much more and help so many different people get to where I want to be, or to where they want to be, and more. I want to be a philanthropist, but we're going to talk about that on a whole episode, and we get into that a little bit deeper. But I feel like, with breaking generational curses and systematic oppression that we all have, I feel like our generation right now is pioneering for being way more than what our parents couldn't be at the moment, or couldn't even imagine who they could be, what they could be. I do feel like with generational curses and systematic oppression, it should push you a little bit more. It should push you a little bit more to do better. It should push you a little bit more to want better, to want more, to really do what you need to do to actually live a sustainable life. Live a comfortable life, a life of leisure. I like to live a life of leisure. I like to wake up and do whatever the fuck I want. Irresponsibly right now, of course. But responsibly, once I can, build and get the means that I need and that I want to live the life that I want to create. I feel like if we can't do it for ourselves, and this is not for everybody, because I know everybody doesn't want kids, and kids ain't for everybody, and everything else like that. You gotta do what you need to do and do it like it's your day, of course. But for the people that want to make something out of themselves, or that want to help others, and that want to touch others and build them up and everything else like that, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids if you have them, or if you want them. If you don't want no kids, if you can't do it for them, do it for charity. Do you part in life to make life worth living? Do you part in life to make the best out of it? Do you part to try to change the fucked up conundrum of what we're in? You got to think about what today's life is. It's like, wow, what is the world becoming? Another conversation for another day. We're going to go here. I have another question though. Why, for the life I want to live, and for the life that I can see myself living, and for the life that people live lavishly, of leisure or comfortability, why are people mad? And this is for my silver spoon kids out there. My kids will be silver spoon kids. I don't give a fuck. Fuck a silver spoon. They're going to be gold, platinum. Well, that's not gold. They're going to be gold plated, spooning, forking, whatever the fuck. We're going to be living large. Okay, that's besides the point. Humbly, yes, humbly. But, and I'm just going to touch on this just a little bit because, like I said before, this will be another episode. But why are people mad that parents or grandparents or whomever that actually, in my eyes, did what the fuck needed to be done, gave what needed to give, and moved what needed to be moved, and businessed what needed to be businessed, and did, the damn thing to live a life that they wanted to live, or create a life that they didn't have, that they want for their kids? Why are people mad at the kids for being the beneficiaries and the parents being the benefactors of living a good, comfortable life? Now, I'm just asking that question for the bitches in the back that's mumbling under their breath. Nah, but just think about that. Why do people get upset at that? And I'm going to leave that question open-ended because it will be on another episode. My follow-up question: why would you want your kids to have to struggle? And this is for the struggle-obsessed people out there. And, well, I can't even really say that because a lot of people that are struggling or that is obsessed with the struggle, quote-unquote, a lot of them are trying to break a generational curse, so they won't necessarily have to do that. Or their kids wouldn't necessarily have to do that. But for the people that's not thinking about that, why would you, or why do you feel, and for the people that also feel, because it is people out there that feel like, oh, well, what I went through, they can go through. Or how I was raised, they can be raised the same way. And it's like, but did you like being raised that way, sweetheart? Did you like being smacked upside your head and punched in your face for every little thing that you said or did? And I'm not saying everybody did that, but a lot of people did, and you're not going to act like they didn't. Did you like everything that your parents did to you or said to you growing up? This question is for those people. Why do you want your kids to have to struggle? No? Oh, okay, cool. Because I don't get it. I really don't understand it. I really feel as if you really truly, I'm not going to say are a good person, but if you really truly loved A, yourself, and then B, loved or knew how to love somebody else, why would you want somebody else to have to go through hardship or something that they A, wouldn't have to go through or shouldn't have to go through, or B, have to go through the exact most to get the exact least? Why would you want that for another person? And this is more so of a roundup of everything that I'm trying to ask and say. Like, why are we obsessed with that? And why do we feel like that is needed? Talking about struggle. That is needed in order to live, or in order to deserve to live. Now, I don't have that answer. I don't, because I'm not one of those people that think that way. I want the best for everybody. However you get it, as long as it ain't killing nobody or mentally, emotionally, negatively affecting that person or anybody else, or if it's not something that's really taking somebody down or bringing somebody down, of course, unless they deserve it. Ding. But it's like, why do you feel like, somebody should have to do that? I'm not one of those people. Like, I want everybody to do great. Shit, I feel like if everybody could do great, although systematically and just knowing numbers and business and everything else like that, everybody is as sad as it is, and I'm just going to say this, as sad as it is, everybody can't do great in life, because once again, there comes that balance. Everybody can't be rich. Now, there is more than enough money to go around for everybody to have a comfortable living, but everybody can't, live lavish. And I mean, not to say everybody wants to live lavish, but just saying everybody can't do it. But why? Why would you want to manifest that in somebody else's life? And not only somebody else's life, but your own kids. Think about it. Tweet me and use the hashtag Pt2 podcast. Tweet me, message me if anybody has any questions or answers or add on to that, because let me know. Enlighten my brain. I'm very unbiased with everything, as y'all know. So I have no idea. I have no problem with going, or listening to anybody that can answer that. Once again, going back to how I feel like yes, and not necessarily struggle, but I do feel like everybody needs to go through certain hardships and certain obstacles in life in order to A, character build, B, get that backbone in line, and C, know what it's like to actually go through some things and navigate and know how to navigate and know how to have a solution or know how to come to a conclusion to close whatever hardship that you're going through. I do feel like everybody needs challenges in life. I just don't feel like everybody needs to struggle fully. That is annoying. However, they said what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Shout out to Kelly Clarkson. Is that Kelly Clarkson? It's not Kelly Price. I think it's Kelly Clarkson. Anyway, Monica said it too. But what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and it definitely can mentally build you up if you know how to dilute all of the bullshit and actually know what to get out of the situation that you're actually going to be in or actually have been in. Now we're going to get into a little bit of my thoughts on or my self-solutions on the notion that everybody's obsessed with, and not just talking about the struggle, but apart from the struggle, starting from the bottom, getting it out the mud, putting your grind on hard. I feel like it's outside of being glorified and why everybody is obsessed with it and all of the negative and cons behind it. There are a lot of pros, and I know initially starting off you would think, oh, okay, cool, well, you don't really agree with it. Not necessarily. I feel like starting from the bottom is nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that shit. I've started from the bottom. I'm starting from the bottom. So there's no slight to anything, and there's definitely no slight to getting it out the mud. I'm just saying the negative effects behind it, you got to think about, are they worth it for certain illegal things? Not just getting it out the mud off your back, you're doing it the right way. Illegal things is what I'm talking about. However, getting it out the mud and starting from the bottom, I feel like for me, it's a more respected hustle. And I say it's a more respected hustle for myself because I respect things that are built from the ground up. I feel like when you're building from the ground up, you have a stronger foundation as opposed from starting midway through the sky, and when the wind blows, your building can collapse out of nowhere. You want to know why? Because it's not built on anything. It don't have that foundation to actually keep it sturdy and grounded. Starting from the ground up is definitely something that you work through. It's something that is hard as fuck. It's something that is not easy. It is something that you can grow and learn, and when you look back on it, you're going to appreciate it so much more than getting that extra boost. Now, no slight to the extra boost or that starter shot, because it'd be great. Everybody would want a starter shot. I don't care what nobody says. Getting it out the mud is not always the most glamorous thing, and we know that, and that's okay. But if you had the opportunity to have the resources that you actually absolutely needed without having to struggle for them or without having to actually to do the most for them, 90% of the population would take it. I don't care what nobody says. 90% of the population, you're going to take that extra boost that's going to help you get to where you want to be. Not to say that, there's anything wrong with that. I mean, sometimes it can stunt your appreciation for what you have or what you're building, but, hard work for me pays off. Starting from the ground, starting from the bottom, it does what needed to be done. Now, I ain't no walk in the park. No walk in the park. And at times you want to give up on yourself, and at times you want to just say, fuck it all. But I'm here to let you know, there's no need to do that. If you believe in yourself, you believe in your dream, and this is just a little quick, I'm not going to necessarily say heart to heart, but this is just a quick booster up. You just know it's going to always work out for your good as long as you're doing what needs to be done. You're doing what needs to be done in the eyes of the Lord. You're doing what needs to be done. That's something that's not morally challenging. You can get it in, get it up, get it out there. Once it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. You do appreciate, and I'm not even going to say for myself, it's proven. You appreciate whatever you have building it, or whatever you have built, something that you got off your back, off your shoulders. You're going to appreciate that 10 times more than appreciating the bullshit that somebody else can give to you. And I ain't going to call it bullshit, because opportunity is opportunity. But you're going to definitely appreciate that more. Think about it like this. Think about it as you being a kid, right? And let's just say your mom gave you $15 to go to the store. With that $15, you go. And this is not for everybody because, everybody has a different brain. But with that $15, you go to the store. Let's just say you spend $5 of that $15. You walk up, you go home, you lose your $10, your remaining $10. You're not going to be as upset from losing that remaining $10, your last $10 that your mother gave you because it was given to you, and you feel like, just in my brain, you feel like, okay, cool, she can give me some more. I'm upset that I lost my money, but damn, I mean, I ain't, there's more where that came from. You know what I mean? As opposed to you working hard, a long day of work, a long week of work. You get paid on Friday, and you sit there, you got your bills out the way, or whatever the case may be. You got a little bit more spending money. Let's say you got $200 spending money. Boom, took the money out the bank, went to the damn restaurant, dropped your money out without even noticing. You gonna be a little bit hot. You gonna be a little bit more mad about what the fuck you done lost now, man, that you had to work all week to get what you needed to do what you needed to do, and get your responsibilities out the way, and then still try to live lavish, or still trying to have some type of fun in life. But you can't do that now because you done lost your money that you worked so hard for. So I'm saying all that to say, when you work for something, you appreciate it a little bit more. You're going to be attached a little bit more because you know what it took to get it. As opposed to something being given to you, where yeah, you can be temporarily upset, or you'll be a little upset about something or losing something, but it's like, all right, I ain't really have to do too much to get it. So am I really mad? Or why would I really be mad? It's like, okay, yeah, it's something that was mine, but I didn't have to work, or I didn't have to do nearly as much work as I've had to do to get my own money. And this has been a long ass episode. I promise I wasn't trying to take this long, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. The faster you get it is the fastest you can lose it. The longer you understand, or the longer it takes for you to get it sometimes, because we don't want to take too long. They say think hard, but don't think long. The more hard work you put into getting something, the more time it takes, is the more appreciation you're going to have for it. And I'm Pastor JB. I am signing off for the day. I got to work in about an hour. And That's That on That podcast.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
Hold up. But wait, before you go, be sure to like, drop a comment, follow, smash that subscribe button, and follow us on all platforms at ThatsThatOnThatPodcast, #TTOT.